Alright, so on July 13th, 2025, Travis Scott released Jack Boys 2. And Jack Boys is also the name of Travis Scott's group. They're all signed under Cactus Jack Records, and that's a record label founded by Travis Scott. And the collective includes Don Toliver, Sheck West, Sofago, Chase B, Wally the Sensei, and Luxury Tax 50. That's if I'm naming them all. But this video isn't about the group. This video is more on Travis Scott. And when I heard this Jack Boys 2 project, I was really let down. I definitely choose the first one over the second one, and to be real, I think Travis Scott already peaked musically and hasn't shown any growth in a long time. In my opinion, Travis Scott's peak was during Astroworld, and of course he's gotten more popular, he's gotten more brand deals, he's more visible than ever, especially after that project, but musically, Astroworld was it for Travis Scott. Travis Scott has been working on his sound for years. Prior to Astroworld, he didn't always sound like that musically, but Astroworld was where he kind of perfected it. Because when you listen to Travis Scott, he doesn't sound like anyone else. He has his own sound, his own wave, and has its own identity. But to be honest, his sound is very saturated. That dark, spacey trap vibe is no longer a rare thing. It's kind of common these days because a lot of people in the industry do sound like Travis Scott now, or they're trying to sound like Travis Scott. You can definitely see the influence there. And when Travis does drop a song or drop a project or whatever, it pretty much sounds the same like his other songs. Like there's no growth, there's no risk, there's no musical challenge or anything like that. He's not really trying to elevate. I mean, technically you could say he is elevating in terms of being out there in the public, brand deals, publicity, his net worth, and things like that. Like his image, collabs, branding sometimes overshadows the music. Like Travis spends more time working with other people trying to elevate his sneaker game and doing a bunch of side quests. Y'all remember when he was with John Cena? I don't know if any of you guys are like wrestling fans or anything, but he participated during the John Cena heel turn when John Cena turned into a bad guy. And he was there at WrestleMania doing this and that. Like, instead of being in the studio trying to reinvent his sound and just get better, he remains comfortable because he has such a huge fan base and is visible more than ever. Travis Scott is more visible than he has ever been in his career, like peak. And I feel like his passion for music isn't there anymore. It's all about just catching a vibe and that's it. And I get it. That's what made Travis Scott, you know, catching a vibe, not lyrical bars that'll make you think or anything like that. Travis Scott isn't that type of artist. But when you record a song like Coffee Bean, which is a outro track on Astroworld, it just shows that Travis Scott has potential to make that kind of music, at least a little more often. I'm not saying for him to rely on that kind of sound because that's not what made Travis Scott popular. But the song Coffee Bean, it was a more personal and vulnerable type of record, which makes sense on why he put it as the last track on the album. He talks more on relationship struggles, personal perception, and personal insecurities. Like, you get to know Travis just a little bit more in that song. It actually shows that Travis Scott is human, you know, besides the raging songs where you're jumping, going crazy in a mosh pit and things like that. You finally hear a human being vent on a lo-fi type of beat. And it was just a different energy, no auto-tune, no crazy hooks or anything like that. It's just him venting. And personally, I think he should make more songs like that. But we all know he's not going to do that. If he does, I'd be shocked.
Your family told you I'm a bad move. Plus I'm already a black dude. Leaving the bathroom, my hands is half rinsed.
I would say on Utopia, that was the closest to Travis Scott attempting a new sound on a few tracks. But you know, with the Travis Scott formula. And that was the album that he dropped after his comeback. Remember the whole Astroworld disaster that happened? You know, it was almost over for Travis Scott career-wise. A lot of people blame Travis Scott because a lot of fans died that night. And his atmosphere in his shows where people are just violent, doing mosh pits and just going crazy, acting like wild animals. They didn't like how Travis Scott handled it and felt like he was orchestrating the fans to go even more crazy. And we all know that black and white apology video that Travis Scott dropped didn't seem believable, so that only made things worse for him.
Send out prayers to the ones that was lost last night. We're actually working right now to identify the families so we can help assist them through this tough time. You know, my fans really mean the world to me, and I always just really want to leave them with a positive experience. And anytime I can make out, you know, anything that's going on, I stop the show and, you know, help them get the help they need, you know.
And fast forward to 2025, Travis Scott is bigger than ever, larger than life. And many fans even forgot about that whole Astroworld situation. Shit, I mean, even you guys possibly may have forgotten until I mentioned it in this video. Or even accept his apology. Maybe you guys were there, maybe you guys know someone that was there, I don't know. But there are some people that still ain't messing with Travis Scott ever since that whole Astroworld situation. And when you see Travis Scott, you can see that he is a superstar. He's probably the last superstar in a while, like legit real superstar in rap, because I don't think there's been another superstar after Travis Scott. And overall, Travis Scott is gonna be fine, especially monetarily. These brands love Travis Scott. He's very safe, but clearly his shows aren't. But yeah, he's very safe. Business is booming for him, and that's reflecting on the music because he's also keeping it safe in the music. So we're gonna keep seeing Travis Scott meals and Travis Scott Jordans and all these collaborations, and him going crazy on album sale bundles. Like, Travis Scott is one of the biggest finessers when it comes to that, because there's one thing I do give Travis Scott credit: he's gonna sell 100K easily. That's automatic. He's definitely going to sell that. But when you see his sales selling over 300K, 400, like, a lot of it is bundles, let's be honest, adding his merch and things like that. Somehow, some way, his team always finds out a way to finesse and make it work somehow. So yeah, that's Travis Scott for you. When you think of Travis Scott, you think of corporate, numbers, everything just being high and great. Like, he's always in those conversations when it comes to numbers. But I definitely think there's gonna be a point where a lot of fans start to, I wouldn't say turn on Travis Scott, but they're gonna start to tune him out slowly, because it looks like Travis ain't really going away anytime soon. He still sells pretty well and has a loyal fan base. But as time goes by, people are starting to notice, like, Travis, your songs sound the same, if not worse than before. You're definitely not going up. You're definitely slowly going down. You're not going upwards. You've already peaked. But hey, that's just how I feel about Travis Scott. Maybe I'm bugging. Maybe you guys think Travis Scott is the best in the world, or he's only going up musically from here. I don't know. That's what the comment section is there for. So let me know how you guys feel about Travis Scott musically. But yeah, I'm out, y'all.